reading the same train wreck over and over, but each time it gets progressively worse. Like the train wreck turns into a train wreck with a 15-car pileup with a semi that slams into the train in the 15-car pileup. I have not done a reading vlog on my channel in such a long time, and I felt like what better way to enter the new year, because I think this is my first video of the year, with a reading vlog. However, I found the Ultimate Reading Challenge, which is basically this giant book filled with challenges, and each time you complete a challenge you open an envelope and there's like a bookish surprise in it. I just was like, this is so cool. I saw like an advent calendar version of this over the holiday season, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But I was able to find this, so I figured it would be so fun. Right now, I just started Magnolia Parks, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I do want to like get a little bit more into it before I give any opinions. But I am going to see if me reading Magnolia Parks matches any of the reading challenges on here. I just really want to open one, okay? I'm in need of some instant serotonin. Is that what it is? Probably not. Short novella. This is definitely not a short book. Okay, I finally found one. These are like kind of fun and like really interesting. But it says, read a book you selected based purely on its cover design. I'm telling you right now that these would not be in my possession if I did not like these covers. I am not interested for real in like the whole Gossip Girl thing. Like I watch Gossip Girl, but I was not a Gossip Girl, you know? So like I just had to have these covers on my shelf, because I think all the Magnolia Parks covers are so pretty. So we'll start with this one and then I will go from there. I'll try to get to some more of these. There's some really good challenges on here. Like it says, reread a book that you loved as a child, read a new book that is primarily intended for children, get a copy of your favorite book, gift a copy of your favorite book to a friend or family member, special occasion not required, read a book in a genre you've never read before. Like some of these are really, really interesting. So I am going to open the read a book selected based on your, read a book you selected based purely on its cover, which would be Magnolia Parks. And it's a little tiny one, so we'll see what's inside of it. I'm just gonna take it off. I'm like, what is this? Oh, it's a little bookmark. Oh, that's so cool. It's one of those magnetic bookmarks. That's really cool. I actually love these types of bookmarks. I have a bunch of them. This is my Lizzie McGuire one. And then there's also a SZA one that is currently in this book. I love magnetic bookmarks. I feel like they're so practical because like you hardly ever lose your page versus like the other ones. But now I have multiple. I feel like this one's a little bit more sturdy too. I'm only 40 pages into Magnolia Park, so I am going to read a little bit more so I can give you guys my thoughts, because right now I'm not getting anything like super juicy or worth talking about, but I just started this book. So with that being said, I'm gonna start reading. As usual, I'm going to need some coffee. I'm 120 pages in. I know this series is going to absolutely destroy me because the hopeless romantic in me likes security and safety and lovey-dovey. But if we are getting down to the real nitty-gritty, this book is so realistic because I have seen relationships like this in real life, and something about the writing, I find it so interesting because you always wonder why people stay with people who hurt them, but because of the way she writes this, where you get to actually see their inner thoughts, it starts to make sense. And I know that I know this series is going to rip me apart, and Daisy Hates was mentioned for like 2.5 seconds, and I don't know what about her and like her just being so cold and like the inkling of a background that they gave about her. I was like, I need to know who she is. But I'm here for it because like I like that both characters, maybe BJ's a little delusional, but Magnolia, I like that she is not delusional in the sense like she knows what this is. She understands that BJ will never be safe for her, and I like that it's admitted early on. It's not the delusional like maybe he will change, it's that she knows that he probably won't, and I just like the realness of that and being like, well, this is just the situation that we're in. I like when girlies have terrible boyfriends or terrible love interests and they're not delusional about them being terrible. It makes it a lot more tolerable for me. I'm halfway through this book, and when I tell you that while Magnolia and BJ's relationship severely bothers me, there's something like endearing about their relationship. Like, they're thick as thieves, but they're the most toxic duo I've ever seen in my life, like ever. And like a part of me, it just, I understand it. Like I've never gone through something like that, but I understand it, you know? A book where the author gives so much context to the inner thoughts of characters, so you really get to understand. And I like how we're getting like both of their POVs. I want to learn more because I still don't quite understand BJ. Like I'm starting to really get a grasp on Magnolia's thought process and like why she does what she does, but I'm not understanding BJ enough to be like, I see it, because I don't see it for BJ. Like I understand why they work together sometimes, but I don't understand BJ's choices. Okay, I'm officially at a point where I would just like to be done with this book, because like this is the same feeling I got when I read Never by Jessa Hastings. Like it's not going to get better. Like I feel like they're always, like I understand the point, but I'm over it. This is why I can't read a book about a toxic relationship and that be the entire relationship. But everyone told me to just get to Daisy Hates. It's a far better story from what I've been told. So like I'm almost done. Like I'm almost done with this book, but oh my god. Like I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't know how I feel about these characters. Like obviously these characters are very flawed, but it's just like flawed and annoying. Cause it's like I'm reading the same train wreck over and over, but each time it gets progressively worse. Like the train wreck turns into a train wreck with a 15-car pileup with a semi that slams into the train in the 15-car pileup. Like this is literally, like I just feel like I'm reading a progressively long tragic story, and I don't do nonsense like this in my real life, so it's just very hard. Like I'm going to need a very heavy romance book after I read this, because like I just need some love, like some real cute romantic love. Oh. It's always I can't even. I'm almost done. Oh my god. Hello and welcome. This is me after finishing Magnolia Parks. I was trying to record my initial final thoughts right after I read it, but then my camera died. Don't worry, I'm still hot and bothered because this book raised my blood pressure astronomically. Okay, I have never been so frustrated with a group of characters in my entire life. I will say though, if you do want to read Magnolia Parks, which you are hesitant because of like the whole toxic relationship thing, it will give you whiplash, it will drive you insane. And if you read this with the thought process that there will be no real resolution to the toxic relationship, you'll be okay. If you would rather just enjoy the ride and like get their point of views and their thought process of how they're processing their relationship, you'll be okay. But if you're a hopeless romantic girly like me and you want like things to resolve and you want the girl to find something bigger and better, that's not gonna happen. I gave this book like a 4 stars. The like constant labeling of like expensive clothing in this book was literally taking me so out of the story, because it was like every time Magnolia's point of view comes around, she's talking about what people are wearing, and that's a big part of her personality. But if you're someone like me who wears this all day every day, has no idea what that is, it's gonna drive you crazy because you don't know what she's talking about. However, I heard that there's an Instagram like or something that like gives you the details on like what the clothes are, but I'm just like, it happens so often. I'm going to have to pause my book and go on Instagram. I have ADHD. I'm going to get distracted, and like I don't want to do all that. That just seems like I'll never finish the book. So I just kind of ignored it for like halfway through the book I got like irritated with it, and I just started skimming over it. So like it wasn't that big of a deal. So I think because it's Sunday, I'm gonna try to see if there's like a short book challenge that I could read, because I started Magnolia Parks yesterday, but I'm also like doing a lot of stuff today and having people over. So I'm gonna see if I can like get in a little novella or something. So if that's a challenge that's on the thing, we'll read it. And read a book that is much longer than your usual reads. That is not what we're going to do. Read a novella. A short novel is typically under 200 pages. Okay, I think I have some of those. We'll see. I'm gonna pull this over. I actually did not read the book, the prequel to this, so that's not gonna make any sense to me. So I did read the prequel to this. It's from J. Daniels' Alabama Summer series. So we can go here. My cat's trying to drink my thing. I swear I had more novellas. Like I have the Alpha Inmate, but like I don't know, like I heard this goes with something, but I do have it. I'm gonna go double check, but I think so far these are literally only 2 novellas that I have. So, and I probably will go with this one, even though this is like very summery, and it's gonna have me missing the summer even more, because like the winter right now is making me very sad. So I'll probably go with this one, because like I think you have to read something else. I don't know, I'll like double check. If I don't have to read something else before reading this, then like I'll read this and then save this for the summer. But we'll see if I have any more novellas, and if I don't, I need to work on that. Okay, so I'm like looking at things about all these books, and apparently Alpha Inmate is a standalone, and the stuff that I am reading on TikTok about this book, we're reading this. Like we have to. So Alpha Inmate is going to be our novella pick. I think it's like 170 pages. We can knock this out in a couple hours. Yeah, it's like 175 pages. We're gonna read this. Wait, I wanna open the prize now. Let's see. I had such difficulty opening this yesterday. Let's see, what is it? There are a lot of books in here. Is this? I don't know what this is. Is this like a bookmark or something? I don't know what this is, but it was fun to open something. I'm gonna use the bookmark from yesterday for this little mini book. I think it's gonna be so cute. Look. Oh, it doesn't. Does it work? Maybe they're on pages. It doesn't have the same effect. Like I wanted to hear the thing. Like I wanted to hear the snap. Like with these, you can hear the snap. Like Like, I wanted to hear that, but it'll work. It'll do. Time to read. What am I reading? Like, I knew this book was going to be unserious, but it's fun. Like, sometimes you just need a really unserious read, and that is what I'm reading right now. Like, I'm just like, what is going on? We're 40 pages in. Phone sex is just not off the table. Like, what is going on? This story is nuts, but I kind of like him. This makes me want to watch Teen Wolf again. Like, I don't know. I just miss my Scott McCall and Styles Stilinski. Like, I don't know. I feel like I need to watch Teen Wolf after this. I'm probably going to stop soon because I'm hungry. I've not eaten all day. If you haven't noticed, my routine is usually coffee and read, and then I go eat. So I'm like 50 something pages in. I think that's good enough. I'm going to finish this chapter. I'm probably going to make something to eat. But I don't know. This book is very unserious, but I do really like him. So we'll see. It is a considerable amount of time later, but I did finish Inmate. It was unserious, but did I have a good time? As much of a good time as you could have reading a 175 page novella about alpha and omega prison scenario. Like, it was a fun read. It was fun. I had fun. If you're just looking for something quick and nonsensical, if you're looking for something that's just quick, doesn't need to make sense, and just you're there for the vibes, it's a good one. I did also start Indigo Ridge. It's really good. I've been in like a very big like not murder mystery, but like romance with a touch of suspense. Like, there's something else going on. Like, there's a minor plot of like something that you have to figure out. I've been really enjoying that. So I am reading Indigo Ridge right now. I'm like halfway done. I got through like a whole book I got through like one whole book and a novella, and then started half of another one. So I feel like we had a good reading time. The reading challenge was really fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I don't forget to like end the